The trip to London went viral. And it didn't go viral here in the States. It went viral over in the UK. And there was a pretty interesting, funny story that took place during our travels to London in particular. As of this recording, since I started this YouTube channel back on, well, I started it some time ago, but since I published my first video back in January 14, 2025, I have since that time, as of the recording of this video, only posted 12 videos so far. And the mix is a mix of 10 long form videos and 2 YouTube shorts. And while it's been roughly 9 weeks since I published my first video for this channel, and 12 videos later, I can honestly tell you that it's been an interesting journey. So let me kind of bring you up to speed and give you an update on what's happened at this point. Now, while I've had this particular YouTube channel, I also had somewhere probably about 3 or 4 other YouTube channels, which I had plans to serve very unique niches in various verticals and so forth, thinking that having a channel dedicated to that particular discipline would be a good idea, only to realize that managing that number of channels could take an awful lot of work. And the more I thought about it, the more I said, you know what, since I'm going to talk about entrepreneurship, business, money management, and lifestyle, then I can just basically terminate those channels and consolidate all of those into this particular space, this channel. And that's exactly what I did. But an interesting thing happened along the way. One channel was dealing with points and travel. You know, you guys know I'm all into credit card points, and I like to leverage those points for travel, which thus we talk about lifestyle. And that's kind of one of those things that we will talk about. But I had 3 travel videos on a previous channel that I brought over here. One was to a trip that a family trip that we took back in 2021 or 2022. That was to Cabo San Lucas in Mexico. And the other 2 were trips that we took to Europe back in 2023. Now follow me on this. One was a 3-day trip to London. The other one was a 3-day trip to Paris. Again, this is in 2023. So I terminated the old KDMJ Points and Travel YouTube channel, and I took those videos and I transferred them to this particular Ken Rashad personal YouTube channel. All right. The trip to London went viral. And it didn't go viral here in the States. It went viral over in the UK. And there was a pretty interesting, funny story that took place during our travels to London in particular. So we left the United States real quick. We left the United States. We got to London at 6:30 in the morning. And that was by design because we were hoping to make as much of the day to go and travel, to go and sightsee London, utilizing as much of the day as possible, because we're only going to be there for 3 days. And we wanted to just make the most of it as for the amount of time that we were there. However, we realized once we got to the airport that the Airbnb that we were going to stay in wasn't going to be ready until like around 11 or 12 o'clock. So as a result, we had to stay in the airport for about 5.5 hours. And the comments that came in from the people who lived over in the UK and parts of London were just absolutely phenomenal. Funny. Yeah, they kind of gave me a shellacking, and it was some funny comments there, most of it overwhelmingly positive and so forth. But the unique thing about it is that it was a video that I thought was actually going to be of benefit to folks in the US, but the respondents all came from the UK. And as a result, I had something like over 170 subscribers. So as of now, you're looking at a YouTube channel that I think is close to almost 200 subscribers. The overwhelming majority are from my friends in the UK. The reason why I bring that up is because there have been other videos that have been published since that time. And while that video, the one that we took, the trip to London, had 14,000 views, I still got videos that haven't even reached 10 views. Now, granted, they haven't been up that long, but I've got one I've got a video that's only had 5 views, another one that's only had 8 views, another one that's 114 views. So it's not like all of the videos are just going viral. And that's not something that I expected to happen. Nor did I expect the video of an old video that I took that was published 3 years ago and I transferred it. I didn't think that was going to go viral. I've also started a podcast that is dedicated to entrepreneurship, business, money management, and lifestyle. And the very first guest I had was my wife. And she too is an entrepreneur who just launched a brand new business in consulting. And I featured her. And again, we're only 12 videos into this. And I have no idea how this is all going to turn out. But you know what? 12 videos in so far, and it's been a pretty interesting journey. So just think what could potentially happen as we continue to move those steps, continue to take the steps to continue to produce content. And the reason why I share this with you is because I have been a big fan of a guy who is known in the YouTube space as Doc Rock. And he's a guy who is all into tech. And he is probably also he's probably more known for his affiliation with the Ecamm Live software, which is currently the software that I'm using to produce this video. And if you want to learn more about Ecamm Live, there is a link in the description that you can take a look at. And if you purchase it, but it's a pretty nice little software. But Doc Rock, in his videos, you will notice something about him. He's been in this industry for over 20, 30, 40 years. He's a tech expert. And yet, if you go to his channel, you'll realize that he's got a YouTube channel that's been around for a while, but he's only got something like 18,000 subscribers, not even 20,000 subscribers yet. And when you look at his videos, you'll see that his videos average anywhere from 300 views to 500 views. He might have one that's 1,000 views every once in a while. But the thing is that he's not impressed, nor is he concerned about the number of people who are watching his videos, because his number one focus, his number one priority is just publishing content. He considers himself a content creation coach, and he's a pretty good one. He is all about producing the content. And the same thing applies for me. The same thing should apply for those of you, especially for those of you who are over the age of 40, or in my case, over the age of 50. But this also applies to anyone who is 60 up, 70 up, and up. Your lifelong experience can be of benefit and of value to someone who, for whatever reason, may be going through something. And there may be something that you can share, something that you are a master at, something that you can just do at a snap of a finger that may be a struggle for someone else. And if you took the time to maybe share those experiences with someone, you never know who that might be a blessing or a benefit to. You're adding value to someone else's life. And you may not think it's a big deal, but you just never know. For instance, that video of the trip to London that we took, I had no idea that folks in the UK would find value in that. And while the value may have been entertainment, it may have been a source of humor, the bottom line is someone found value in it. And it was intended for someone here in the States, but yet someone in the UK found value in it. I come across a lot of videos all the time of people who may not necessarily have huge followings. But if I'm looking for something in particular, maybe I need to find how to do something. Maybe I need to find out how to fix something. Maybe I'm having a technical problem with my equipment and I need to find out immediately how to fix that problem in order for me to move on with my particular project. And I happen to do a search and I'll come across it. And every once in a while, I may come across an updated video of someone who made a video less than 6 months ago, and it solves the very exact problem that I may be experiencing at that point. I don't expect this video to be of value to everyone, but it might be of value to someone. And that's what makes this process so unique. That's the reason why you should get involved. And if you're contemplating a YouTube channel, or if you've started a YouTube channel and you got discouraged by the results, don't stop. So if you got a video and it only received like 10 views, you know what? A person once told me, look at a video with only 10 views as the equivalent of you talking to a classroom of only 10 people. And I think you might find value in that. The same thing applies to this. The videos that you produce aren't necessarily supposed to be for everyone, but they are going to be for someone. Doc Rock also talked about a 30-day challenge that he was pushing for people to take part of. And I think I'm going to take that challenge. Now, Doc Rock himself, he's currently in the process. I think he's somewhere like 115 straight days of producing video content. 115 days. And for as long as he's been doing this, he already talks about how over a period of 115 days, for as long as he's been doing this, how he has noticed a change in how he goes about doing things, how things that may have been problematic for him are now all of a sudden just commonplace, and he can just do it effortlessly without any problem. The same thing happens if you do this, whether it be producing video content, whether it be doing whatever it is that you do on a regular basis. You probably do it, and at one point it probably was a struggle for you, but you know what? You do it and you don't even think about it. Producing video content is the exact same way. So again, if you've got a video or YouTube channel and you've got videos that haven't necessarily been producing the type of numbers that you desire, don't stop. Because while you may very well be putting in the grind, I can assure you that the more you do it, the easier it becomes. The more you do it, the better you will become. The more you do it, the more value you will provide to someone who may be in need of what you have to offer. Again, I've got a video that went viral in the UK with 14,000 people who viewed, 14,000 views. And yet I still have videos on my YouTube channel that haven't even reached 50 views. That's just kind of the way it is, I guess. But there's no reason to be discouraged. And as a matter of fact, 12 videos in, I guess this would make the 13th video, I'm actually kind of optimistic. And I'm curious to know what the future brings as I continue this journey. So I'm going to hold myself accountable. I'm going to accept that challenge. I'm going to attempt to go 30 straight days of producing video content. God help me. We'll see how it turns out. And if the very least, if I can't produce 30 videos over 30 straight days, or a video a day for 30 days, maybe I can get away with producing 30 videos over a span of 30 days. How about that? Does that work? We'll see. Okay. So again, stay focused, stay determined, keep producing that content, and you never know who you might bless, and you never know who you might be, who you might benefit. And in the same vein, you never know what it could ultimately result for you. If you like the content of this video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. I will see you next time. God bless you.